Hello, 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 my friends. I wanted to chat with you a little bit about what I've been doing with and I'm creating a new feminine energy program. So, what feminine energy is a series or coaching, I should say, is getting you back into, and right now I'm only working with women, getting you back into your body and getting you back into, a life where you're not stressing all the time about the things that are going on the outside of you and taking care more of what's going on the inside of you. I lived in a very stressful environment, and I found myself really disconnected from my body, not taking care of myself, and not even taking care of my kids in the process. Like, I was taking care of my kids, I was showing up for things, I was doing all the things, I was showing up, I was cooking meals and all that good stuff, but I was not truly present. My mind was always somewhere else. I had, I think, you could even consider, I just could not focus on anything because I was so worried about everything else going on, and I just couldn't deal. I was working a full time job. And even after, like, I left my marriage and was taking care of my household and taking care of my teenage sons at the time, like, I couldn't get it together. And what I was doing was trying to control outcomes, trying to control myself, trying to control my kids, trying to control my job, like all these different things. And it was basically distractions from what was really going on within me and my unhappiness. So, I'm not a licensed therapist. I'm just incredibly wise. I'll say it. I'm wise. I'm wise. I I I have empathy for people. I'm also an empath, and I am able to work out through using energy, and draw things out of you and have serious conversations to get you back into your, at least the start of thinking and you facilitating your own healing. I don't like to call myself a healer. To me, Jesus is a healer. Like, but I definitely have modalities that will help me facilitate you healing yourself. So, what is feminine energy coaching? So, basically, it consists of me doing a natal chart and tarot reading in the beginning, and that goes through any questions that you have, about what your purpose is, where your relationship should be, some of your biggest wounds and how we can kind of navigate some of those. And then after that, we what I'm doing right now is just a 3 month package. So we will do 3 moon circles. And what I'd like to do is get a collective group of women working together, because I also want to foster relationships with women. I want women to start trusting each other again. And I want to create a safe space and a safe container so that we can start talking and having dialogues and talking about our fears and talking about our dreams in these moon circles, and then setting an intention and a goal together that could really change your life. Okay? So, when you sink into a good balance of masculine, because I'm a business owner, so I have masculine energy too that I use quite well. When you have a good balance, it actually creates a whole other magic that you could never have dreamed of, and a whole sense of peace that I just want everyone to have that experience, even if it's just for 10 minutes. But my goal is to get you to be able to figure out how to get it into your life too. So you'll be able to create trust of your intuition. I could not trust my gut. My gut would tell me one thing, and then I would say, no, that's not true. I was almost like talking myself into lies at one point. And so getting you to be able to trust your gut more, bringing a softness to your life again, instead of waking up and like going through your to-do list and that's your whole life, like waking up with a softness again and being able to be present with yourself, with your partner, with your children, with your pets, like all of those things. I want you to be able to pursue pleasure. I was not getting any pleasure from anything. And I was guilty about having pleasure because I had this massive to-do list all the time. And so I want to be able to create a journey for you so that you can find pleasure again. Make and take up space. Like, I am so tired of people, like when I go to the grocery store and like I'm pushing the cart and someone's like, I'm sorry. And it's like, no, you're allowed to take up space. Like, yes, you're allowed to, reach over and grab something. You were there first. Like, all of those things add up. And when you're not being kind to yourself, you can't even take up space. You're apologizing for every little thing. So I would like to promote that within you. Stop obsessing over controlling outcomes. Like, we could think about all the 50 different ways situations can go and how our children, can handle things or can't handle things, or how I'm going to handle things, or how I'm going to say things. But the reality is, when we release that control factor and let things genuinely flow, you will be surprised how much more peace you have in the outcome of what your bigger vision is. Following your heart too. Like, for a while, my heart was blocked off. I was going to hurt people, not necessarily hurt people before they hurt me, but I definitely kept it up enough that I wouldn't let people in. And that included my best friends, my parents, anybody that I felt like I couldn't be vulnerable with because I couldn't trust anyone because I wasn't trusting myself. So finding that trust and being able to follow what your heart says and what your heart wants is going to be really, really important to the feminine energy balance. Being able to set loving boundaries. We love our friends, right? We love our friends, we love our family, but we are not emotional dumpsters 24/7. And being able to put up a boundary and just say, you know what, today I cannot hear this. I have other things to do. I have to take care of my own peace first today. And being able to do that with love is huge, because it doesn't just affect you, it also affects them. And it teaches them to, like, oh, wait a minute, like, I need to handle my stuff too, okay? Allowing others to shine without experiencing some sort of jealousy. I think a lot of women look at and judge other women because of their age, if they're too young, if they're too old, if they're too fat, if they have wrinkles, if they have Botox. Like, I hear everybody, or if they have fillers. Like, we constantly judge, women just because of all these different things. And what I'd like to help is build the confidence that you don't have that judgment anymore, that you are just cool being you, and you are not here to be sexier than anyone else because you're already sexy. Like, you're not here to be prettier than anyone else because you're as pretty as you can be. Like, all of those things are what I want to help you with when we're doing this feminine energy coaching. And also speaking nicer to yourself. I really promote happy self-talk, positive motivation. And what we will do then, so starting with the summer solstice, we will have a group, and that's how I want to start the summer. And we'll get through the summer as a group, doing one natal chart reading per member, and then 3 moon circles together. And then I'll meet with you 5 different times over the summer, working with the moon's energy, your astrology, and the astrology at hand. We've got an amazing summer, especially with what Jupiter's doing right now in Taurus. We have a huge way of being able to ground ourselves in stability, to make things really, really lucky for us this summer. So whoever joins this particular session is going to, I really truly feel like, is going to end up with some really great tools to be able to really grow in a way. So there's a few reviews on my Google on Lady Magdalene's Mercantile. If you have any questions, please get in the description box below. There is an email there, myenchantinglittlesoul@gmail.com, if you have questions about being part of that group. But I just wanted to put a little bug out here for my YouTube and let you all know that this is what I want to be doing too. And yeah, I haven't put it up on my website yet because I'm still talking about it, and I'm still promoting it. But I'd like to be more on purpose in choosing who we're going to put in the container together. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. Hope you guys have a wonderful day, and I will talk to you later. Toodaloo.